Hey everybody, it's Anna Maria Beer Girl and I have a new video for you guys. And this time it's actually a review. I actually got a chance to finish the manga Kitchen Princess and I actually really enjoyed it. I ended up actually buying the physical copies at my local comic book store and they were the omnibus the big versions of the book of the manga. So it's basically where they put several different, not several different, but several of the volumes together to make just one big manga, and they come in four. I bought all four of them. They were roughly about maybe about $20 a piece, I would say, for each one, and it was just an enjoyable book to read. So the manga is pretty much the main character's name is Najika Kazami, and she is pretty much an orphan. So she's been living at this place called Lavender House, and she gets a chance to go to an elite school. She gets invited to go there and to be a part of the special class. She's part of the special class because she's actually really good at cooking, and a lot of time, really good at cooking. And she actually has a reason for going there. Sorry, there's like this weird thing floating in front of my camera. Able to go there because she wants to meet this boy whom she dubs her Flan Prince. So it's a young boy that actually saved her from drowning when she first got to Lavender House, and she was quite sad about her parents passing away. And with that, she got a special spoon that she ate the flan with, and she wants to go to that school because the spoon is from that particular school, and so she knows that her prince is going to be there. When she goes there, she's quite different from a lot of the kids there. Like I said, she grew up in an orphanage, and the kids there are fairly well off. And at first, they aren't very accepting of her, but after a while, they grow to accept her. And along the way, she also does find her prince, but not without some hardships and drama along the way. And of course, it's also, of course, a romance manga. So of course, there's like love triangles and things like that that pop up and unexpected couples that get together. But overall, it was a great book to read, a great manga to read. I'm sorry. It made me really happy to read it. At the times when I was reading it, was times where I wasn't exactly feeling the greatest or in the greatest mood. But this manga actually picked me right up and made me really happy. One thing I will say is don't read this book on an empty stomach. Has so much food in it. It made me really hungry, especially for like desserts and cake and stuff like that, because there's a lot of that in there. And the great thing about it is that in the actual manga, there are the recipes, so you can actually make this stuff yourself. So yeah, that's a bonus. The art style of the manga was actually very crisp, very nice. I loved it. It wasn't confusing for me to read the panels. And the greatest thing I liked is that inside of the manga, the mangaka actually has like where anytime there's a splash page, she wrote why she did the splash page the way she did. And I felt like that was really cool because she's like, oh, I used this or I made lace and it didn't pop up as great, but I really like the look of it. And that was kind of one of my favorite reasons for why she did it. The other characters that are involved in this story that I really liked are Akane, which actually starts off as like an enemy to Najika. She sees Najika as a competition for these two boys named Dachi and Sora. Sora being the oldest, and Sora's kind of like it gets not really revealed, but it's not really a huge shocker that they're both they're brothers and they're the sons of the chairman of the actual school. And Dachi is actually very responsible. Not Dachi, sorry. Sora is very responsible, and Dachi's kind of like the rebel. He doesn't want to do anything that his dad says. He just wants to, do his own thing, while Sora kind of took over responsibility for a lot of the things that the chairman does and trying to keep the kids in order and stuff like that. Plus, he's like student body president and all of the above. But anyway, Akane utterly sees Najika as a source of a competition because she's in love with one of the brothers, and she feels like Najika is going to take that away from her. And I feel like that's something that a lot of us can relate to, especially if any of us have been stuck in a love triangle or where we've liked somebody and then all of a sudden someone new comes around and we're like, and they see them getting close and we're just like, no. So a lot of us can probably definitely see where that feeling is pretty much coming from. We can also kind of feel like what Najika's feeling because, she's a new to the school and a lot of people don't really like her. You start off, for me, for one, I started off really not liking Akane, but then as the story progressed and you saw her reasoning behind a lot of things, and there's actually a story arc with Akane and Najika, where Najika really is helping out Akane with some of the issues that she's dealing with, and it's really, I don't know, it's amazing to see their friendship grow, and it's amazing to see you yourself grow to like her as a character because you realize that the reason why she's doing the things she's doing. Um, that's for me exactly for me what I got from it. Um, Sora and Dachi are so different from each other. Like I said, they're brothers. Sora is definitely more responsible. Dachi is not. But it's also kind of cool to see their relationship because they're not really close. They get closer as the story progresses, but at the beginning they do not. Dachi is very much does not like Sora. He doesn't live at home. He chooses to live in the dorms, and he's very standoffish with Najika at first. But he's kind of there, kind of rooting her on when he sees her going through some stuff. But he's still a little bit standoffish, while Sora is definitely more like not I don't want to say coming on to her, but just more so there for her. I guess is kind of the way for me to actually put this. But it's so but like I said, it's kind of cool to see the story progress. They introduced a lot of other new characters as well, but overall, I think the reason why I really like the story is because it dealt with so many different elements. Like it didn't just deal with romance and it didn't just deal with friendship. It also dealt with things like death, guilt, of course, like food and stuff. It dealt with an eating disorder. It dealt with so many different things in this manga that it made it enjoyable to read and to know it had more depth. The biggest thing that I can connect this manga to, as far as what it's most like, is kind of like Cinderella, because she's trying to find her fallen prince based off of this one particular object, which is the spoon. And along the way, while she's trying to figure it out, there's also other mysteries and other um, problems coming up that are getting in the way of it, or she's thinking someone is it, and then it turns out they're not, and then she's doing that. Actually, all the characters that are involved are all interconnected. So yeah. So if you haven't read Kitchen Princess, definitely check it out. I'll honestly say it was a manga I've had my eye on for years that I wanted to read, mostly because it had the title Princess in it, because I'm obsessed with princesses. I've always have been. And I'm glad that I finally got a chance to read it. So definitely check it out. See if it's at your local like comic bookstore like Barnes and Noble, or any if you have any local comic book shops. Check it out there and see if you can find it. It's definitely really easy to get through, really easy to read. It did take me kind of a little bit of a long time to get to it due to other stuff. But yeah, definitely check it out. If you have read this manga, let me know. Let me know and comment down below what you thought of it. If you haven't check it out. And honestly, I wish this is one manga that would become an anime because I would totally watch it. All right, you guys. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Hopefully I have another review out for you guys soon, and also recommend for me any manga that you guys would like me to read. I've always been obsessed with like romance manga, but I'm also reading a lot of other ones too. Yeah. All right, you guys. So I'm going to leave the links to my social media accounts below. My Instagram, my Twitter, my anime blog. I'm going to get rid of my Ask.fm. I don't use it very often anymore, so I'm just going to get rid of it. But yeah, have you guys a great night, week, or whenever you guys are watching this, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend or week, and have a very, very safe 4th of July weekend for those of you guys celebrating in the States. Please have a lot of fun and be safe. All right, bye. Love you guys.